Hi everybody, welcome back to Eileen's Craft Nook. It's been a minute since I did a video. I've been busy. Went to Florida to bring my mom back and just haven't had a lot of time. So thank you everybody for being patient with me and continue to watch my videos. I appreciate everybody. This is one of the molds I picked up in my last Temu order. And I thought I want to try this today. And I've mixed up 60 mils of resin, but which probably won't be enough for all of them, but I think I'll do the smaller ones, which could be more like a brooch. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I thought I would do a couple different ways. So I'm going to try one with the, I'm going to brush on the Nic Pro Chameleon powders. I got this in my Temu order. It's like a, I think it's when they advertise it as it's for nails, and but it's like a color shift. So I think it's a lot like a chameleon powder. So I thought maybe we would try this on one of them as well, if I can get the little lid off of it here. Oh, there, look at that. It is really pretty, like really pretty. So I'm interested to see what that looks like. I don't remember how much it was. It wasn't that expensive, but as you can see, you know, it's not, you know, you don't get all that much. This came in my order, and I didn't even order it, so I'm not really sure if it's glitter or if it's like to brush it on like a chameleon powder, if it glows. I don't know. It doesn't say what it is, and like I said, it was in my package, but it wasn't part of my order, so I thought we'd try this to see what it is. And the other thing I picked up while I was in the States, I ordered through Amazon, was the oh, what are these called? The Wish Light Wish. So I thought I would try this in one of them. So that's the four. So I'm going to brush on the chameleons, this one and this one. I'm going to take a look at this one. I think I might mix that in with the resin rather than brush it, and we'll mix this one in. So let's get started. Okay, so let's start by brushing them. And I will back the ones with the chameleon powder and probably that blue in black. So I'll have to color my resin. Okay, and let's try this guy out. Look how pretty that is. Take a little bit here. Wow, that is really nice. It's not going to go far, but it's very nice. I don't think it was that expensive. I think it was, I don't know, probably a couple bucks. I might have to go back and look though, because this is beautiful. We'll see what it looks like when it's done, but so I'll turn it to get the edges. And the other way I could try this too is just adding a little bit to the resin rather than, but I think you probably get a better effect brushing it on like a chameleon powder. Boy, is that nice. Okay, so let's put a little bit in there, see what it looks like. Very sparkly. Ooh, is that ever pretty? Are you catching that in the light? or not. Now, I'm wondering if I back this with black once it dries, if that would bring out that sparkle even more. I bet you it would. Now, I thought for this one, I might use, like, do a little bit of alcohol ink and then add that in a second layer, and then it kind of sinks down into it. I believe that's how this Starry Night stuff works. So I have some bright red, it's not alcohol ink, sorry, it's resin dye. So let's add a little bit of this, since I have the dark red Starry Night. So I'm just going to mix some of that in and do a layer in this color. So this is a transparent, right? It's not opaque. And I'm going to do a base layer in that. Yeah, I used the same cup that I had that sparkly in. That's fine because you can see some of that sparkle in there, which is fine. Okay. And then we don't need much more, so I'm going to add just a little bit more resin. And I'm going to add a couple drops of this Light Wish Starry Night, which I have not used before, so I might need to puncture it. Oh, no, didn't need puncturing. Oh, that's pretty too, isn't it? Okay, and we're just going to pour that on top. Sorry, my hand's right in the way. Let's pour from this side so you guys can see. So let's pour it into this one. And this one. I don't have quite enough. I might mix a little bit more. I think you got that one. Okay, so I'm going to mix a little bit more up there. Okay, I'm going to actually pour the rest of this resin in here clear, because what I might do is take some of those foils and put it over on the back of it to see what that looks like. So let's just fill this up with the clear, just with what I have left over, which probably, oh, I see bubbles in there. I might have to poke those other ones, because look at the bubble. Oh, now I'm glad I did this, because definitely lots of bubbles coming out in those little pockets, and that tells me if this one has it, the rest probably have it. So I should take my little dotting tool and go over those to get those bubbles out, because this one certainly has lots. So this might have been a good one. I don't normally spray my molds ahead of time with isopropyl, but I think this one would be one of those I might want to do that with to get these bubbles out. A piece off. I should have cut this smaller because it's kind of overlapping. Let me see if I can get it pushed in a bit. I don't want to cause bubbles, but I should have cut it a bit smaller. I don't like to use my scissors with resin, but I'll make sure I get them cleaned off. There we go. So, does that fit better? Yes, it does. Now, this is not going to fit exact. It does, for me, when you do this, it doesn't really need to, because it still picks up the effect. So I'm just going to cut another couple of small pieces to put in here. This is not easy to do with gloves on, because my gloves have resin on them, and of course it's sticking. Oops, right into the black resin, didn't you? Yep. Oh, okay. Not going to use that piece. There we go. And it doesn't matter if they overlap. Sticky, sticky. Now I just picked this film up off of course, Temu. I did show it, and when I showed my order that I had gotten. Okay, now I am going to let this dry, and I really will see you tomorrow when it's done. Bye. Hey everybody, these are dry. I think I'm going to back this one and this one in black, but I think for the sake of time, I'm just going to use UV resin with some of this black coloring, which is made for UV resin, and just do a very thin coat. So let's pop these out and take a look at them, and I'll just back these once they're out. And we can see the difference with, you know, with them backed and not backed. Okay, so let's take a look at this red one. So you don't really see that Starry Night come through, which is the Light Wish. A little disappointed with, you know, it didn't come through, but I mean, it's still pretty red pendant, but I wish maybe I should just use the Starry Night and not the red colorant. So there's that one. Here's the one that was done in the chameleon powder. That one's pretty. This is was done in that blue purple. This one's nice. This one really picks up a lot of color with the light. Very nice. They're kind of chunky to be a pendant, but this one definitely striking. This is the one that had the glitter in it. I'm going to back this one to help that come out a bit more, and this one had the foil on it. This one I definitely like. I like the way it picks up the flash in the light, but again, I'm going to back this. So I'm just going to mix up some UV resin with a little bit of this black, and I'm going to back them, and then we'll take a look at what they look like with the back. Okay, I mixed it up. I put like 3 drops in. I don't want to do a thick layer because it won't cure properly. I am excited to get to use my new Let's Resin UV light. So I have it on the plate for those. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some on each of these. Move it over to the edge. Again, I don't want a thick coat. Sorry, there's a hair. You guys probably can't see it, but I can. Alright, I'm just going to put this in my UV resin, my new one I have here, and we'll get these. I have them, I did the coating on the back in black for these two, and it's dry. I just did it in the UV resin. Now this one is quite a bit different with that black on there, and if I can figure out when I'm editing, I will show you a side by side, which will be right here. But I do like this. I like this much better with the black backing compared to not having it. It just seems to bring out more colors, I would say. Like you can see purple, pink, green, depending on how the light's shining on it. So definitely, if you're using the foils, back it in the black. This one, I'll show you side by side here. And this one, I think I like it better with the black. You can see some black coming through here. You know, not that much difference. So that's this mold here from Temu. If you were thinking of getting it, you know, here's what here's what they look like when they come out. Yeah, I probably wouldn't use these for me, these would be too large to use as pendants, or definitely too large for earrings. What would you use these for if you had this mold? I do really like this powder though. It's just very, very striking. So let me know in the comments, what would you use this mold for? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.